Alright, what's good with y'all motherfuckers? So I'm gonna be playing this Roblox game called My Judgment. It's supposed to be a psychological horror, but I'm not believing that shit. So yeah. Also, if you hear any more extra noises in the background, mind your motherfucking beeswax. Alright, let's get into it. I'll put up the volume real quick. Hello, hello. Let's go over our country's community standards to remind us of a few important things. I'll try to summarize this for you. A job. Homicide is basically one person causes the death to another person. There are two types of homicide: culpable and non-culpable. Culpable homicide is when somebody is blameworthy of another person's death. Non-culpable is the opposite. How can someone not be blameworthy? Well, situations like self-defense and with justified force, and yeah, it's just self-defense. Anyways, if you want to read the board, go ahead. Click to continue. I read all that. Alright, on to our next topic. Murder is a serious offense. It is mandatory life sentence. Not really. Murder is first-degree murder when it is planned and deliberate. Second degree is only when it is deliberate. This may affect sentencing, not that much though. Just an earlier chance of parole. Not much leeway here. Keep reading if you want. Click to continue. Damn! Oh, I forgot. Sometimes people do not have any intent in causing death, like reckless behavior or significant provocation, which affects sentencing. Does it really? There is no mandatory minimum sentence except when a firearm is used. Then it's minimum 4 years. Judges have flexibility to consider the context, such as remorse or whether it was an accident. Last thing, this is where things get fuzzy. There are some cases where people may not be criminally responsible or account for murder on account of mental disorders. Instead, they go before a review board for a decision. The accused can be detained in a hospital or even conditionally discharged, or absolutely discharged, if they are not a threat to the public. Make sure to read the board. It's important to understand. Click to continue. Alright. Alright. Verdict of not criminally responsible on account of mental disorder or danger. I'm not going to read all that. Not gonna lie, I did not get all of that, but I just read it. Alright, I think you are ready. Definitely. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey? Did I close the fucking window? I didn't. Did I? No, I did. Alright, that's cool. Select today, Monday. I fucking hate Mondays. Garfield. Alright, let's see. Hello again. How are ya? Alright, let's get on with the business. You're a little late. This week you will practice choosing the correct sentences for crimes related to murder. Alright. You will be reading court cases to help make your judgment. Don't worry. I've made them shorter for you for your convenience. Just a side note. These cases can be pretty sad. Man, I will not give a fuck. Alright? It's important to not let your emotions get in the way. Think like a judge. Always consider both sides to make the right decision. Use the community standards to justify your decision. Alright. Without further ado, let's get started with your first case. Alright, first case. Oh no, that's a lot of fucking reading. Shit, alright. His Majesty indicate. What do you mean by that? On September 21st, 2023, the applicants Milo Shaggy and Seven Fedora, collectively the applicants, were found guilty by a jury from the murder of John Doe. The imposition of sentence has been adjourned, and they now bring a constitutional challenge for the community standards, which mandates for all adults convicted of murder. Late on June 11th and into the early morning hours of June 12th, 2020, John Doe attended Block 8 Heights in the southeast part of Graymoor. Block 8 was the home of the applicant Milo Shaggy. Mr. Doe, Mr. Shaggy, and the second applicant, Seven Fedora, were captured on video socializing in front of Block 8 on the driveway in front of garage. The encounter seemed to be a happy one at first. The parties are seen laughing and hugging one another. However, at some point, things took a turn. Mr. Doe left the Block 8 in his white Drina with Mr. Fedora as his passenger. Upon return, a short time later, Mr. Shaggy was clearly upset, and he brandished an object which looked like a firearm. He prodded Mr. Doe several times with it. Eventually, Mr. Doe left. Mr. Doe returned once in his car. Briefly after this, and Mr. Shaggy approached and kicked it. He also appeared to drive by on one further occasion, but it did not stop. You like to move around, that's nice. Shortly after 1 a.m., Mr. Doe again returned to Block 8. He exited his car and was immediately confronted by an angry-looking Mr. Shaggy. At several times, the video footage captures Mr. Shaggy getting into Doe's face in space. Mr. Fedora initially got between Mr. Shaggy and Mr. Doe. Mr. Fedora then pushed Mr. Doe multiple times. As Mr. Doe turned to leave, Mr. Fedora can be seen grabbing his arm and his shoulders to prevent him from returning to him. That is gay as fuck. Oh my god. Mr. Doe was knocked on. Shit, alright. Mr. Doe was knocked to the ground by two men and then got up and was pursued by both of them. As they followed him, they positioned themselves between Mr. Doe and his motor vehicle, and it can be inferred that both were trying to prevent Mr. Doe from escaping. Mr. Fedora then punched Mr. Doe multiple times. Mr. Doe appeared to counterpunch Mr. Fedora in self-defense, and Mr. Fedora fell to the ground. As did Mr. Doe. Mr. Shaggy then kicked Joe in the face. Both Mr. Shaggy and Mr. Fedora got on top of him. Mr. Fedora then got on and started to kick Mr. Doe while Mr. Shaggy was spinning him down on his back. 1 minute, Mr. Doe momentarily broke free and tried to scramble away to escape. Oh my fucking god, shit! These two motherfuckers are actual fucking demons, bro. Life sentence, holy shit. Yeah, life sentence, holy fuck. Up on the clock 9. Alright, let's actually read it. This was punch, kick, dragged. Link sword wielded by Mr. Fedora several times. Oh yeah, that is just life sentence. Holy fuck, that is brutal. Okay, let me see what you picked. You got it. Karma, too easy. Who wouldn't pick that? Oh my god. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Tomorrow we will go through another one. Don't be late this time. That's rule number 1 in all indie games. Put a pretty girl in it. See you later, alligator. What the fuck? I need to check on him. What? I am being attacked. I don't know what is happening to me, but I am hurting. But I am being hurt. Something is hurting me, and I can't seem to stop it. What the fuck am I supposed to check up on? How do villains get? They don't. That's why they're evil. Type shit. I'm not crazy, I swear. But I hear these voices. They keep interluding, insulting me, and calling me horrible things. I really don't know what it is, what is happening. I'm so scared. I have to call the police. I have called the police multiple times and they have done nothing. But they aren't psychics, so I'm sorry. A lot of boxes here. Do people develop an immunity to colds? Just wondering. Whatever is happening, I know the Lord will guide me to safety. I must put my faith in. Oh shit! I gotta check on the baby. Hey fella, how you doing? I will figure. Hold on. Crackpot theory. This is a prelude to the second case that we're going to be doing on Tuesday. What am I supposed to figure out? I don't know. I guess I'll just go back to sleep. Another day, another crisis. Type shit. Today I'm going to add another section to the case called When you are a judge, you have to consider every single factor related to the case. Weigh in all factors to make the most appropriate decision. Shit. Keep on stumbling my words. Well, I am only adding a selection that supports the accused, you will still determine the aggravating factors here. Enough talk. Let's get on with the program. That shit. RV Robert Firebrand. Alright, this shit's gonna be so fucking brutal, dog. I just know it. Alright, let's see. On March 12th, 20... Murder dates all over the place. Is this normal? Robert Firebrand, accused, was convicted by a jury in Lackport, Leinster, in relation to the death of Ryan Sheletsky. Damn. Motherfuckers just... Holy shit. Motherfuckers do not like the moderators here. His sentencing hearing took place in Lackport on March 29, 2016, following the receipt of the jury recommendations pursuant to S745 of community standards, and after hearing the submissions of both the Crown and the defense, and after having received the victim impact statements prepared by the mother of Mr. Sheletsky, I reserved my decision until April 6, 2016. These are my reasons for decisions. The facts related to the case are largely drawn from the accused's two statements to the police. The first to Officer A on November 3rd, 2010, and the second to Officer B on February 16, 2011. Additional facts are drawn from the other witnesses who gave evidence during the course of the trial. Mr. Firebrand and his roommate attended a Lackport Friendship Association hangout during the early morning hours of December 26, 2009, with the intention of stealing blocks of cola and money they believed to be on the premises. A third person was keeping six or standing guard outside of the hangout while the accused and his friend entered the premises. The accused found out about the blocks of cola being kept on the premises through a friend of a friend who reportedly knew Brian Sheletsky. Neither the accused nor his roommate knew Mr. Sheletsky. The accused was dressed in all black, wearing a hoodie, old pants, old shoes, and gloves. When the incident occurred immediately prior to going to the hangout, the accused and his two accomplices were captured on the in-store security video at the Mac store located in the same strip mall as the hangout. I was just like, oh my god. Nah. Entry was gained when the accused and his roommate banged on the back door of the hangout and announced that they were the police. Mr. Sheletsky opened the door a crack, at which point he realized that they were not police officers. The accused roommates then grabbed Mr. Sheletsky, at which point a fight broke out in the alley. Before they all moved inside the hangout, Mr. Sheletsky was reported to have put up a scrap and was beating to the accused roommate. Was beating on the accused roommates. Mr. Sheletsky ran through the hangout trying to get away. Pursued by the accused and his roommate. During the pursuit, the accused shot Mr. Selesky twice at the lower back. After the shooting, the accused and his roommate took off on foot down to the dark alley. Alright, I gotta take a break. I've been reading too much. Shit. After the shooting, the accused and his roommate took off on foot down the dark alley behind the strip mall to the residence of an aunt of one of the accused accomplices. The accused later burned his clothes and get shoes in a 45-gallon drum. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Well, the accused told Officer B that they took 15 liters of Bloxy Cola and $10,000 in cash during the robbery. None of the witnesses saw any large items in the hands of anyone observed in the back alley around the time of the shooting. After the shooting, the police determined that there was money in the handcuffs, cash register, and in a tip jar. An autopsy was conducted on Ryan Shaleski, wherein it determined that he died from 2 gunshot wounds to the trunk. Where the fuck is the trunk located on the body? The French urged me to find the following migrating circumstances. Gotta lick my lips with this one. Strong family support. I accept the defense contention that the accused has the very active support of his mother and other family members. His mother attended the entire trial as well as multiple weeks devoted to pre-trial applications in July and September 2019. Family support has, no doubt, helped sustain the accused during the lengthy period of time he has spent awaiting the outcome of this trial, almost 2 years after the Court of Appeal overturned his prior conviction. Continued family support will, I suggest, will also be a criminal factor in the accused's long-term rehabilitation once released on parole. In my view, this is a positive factor in the accused's life. The accused's behavior on release. As previously indicated, I agree that the accused did well during the 6.5 months that he was on release until the conclusion of his trial. He was subject to the house arrest and electronic monitoring throughout this period of time. For the reasons previously given, I place some weight on the fact that he was subject to onerous bail conditions and my determination of the appropriate period of parole until... How much longer is this? Damn! Parole and eligibility. The accused's lengthy period of pretrial custody, including 4.5 years spent on remand. The fuck is remand? As previously discussed, this is not a factor that I may probably take into consideration when fixing the period of eligibility. The accused's efforts to rehabilitate himself and turn his life around. When the accused first met Officer A at the beginning of the police undercover operation, he told Officer A that he was trying to turn his life around. To his credit, the accused did have legitimate work before and during the undercover operation. Indeed, while he continued to be personally dependent on Bloxy Cola, his street level... Oh, Bloxy Cola is a drug? Oh, shit. His street-level Bloxy trafficking appeared to stop when he was earning money working for Officer A and the fictitious criminal organization presented with the opportunity to earn money elsewhere. I accepted that the accused chose not to continue his involvement in street-level trafficking, but I see this as somewhat confirmatory and his stated intention to turn his life around. I cannot ignore the fact that the alternative employment that he opted to pursue was, to his knowledge, of use. Accepted the representations made. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's life sentence. Because he still murdered. Like, so yeah, that life sentence, murder type shit. I make sense a lot. Let's see how you did. I better be fucking right. Nice. You're good at this. I know. You must have been doing some research. Haha. Anyways, have a safe trip home. What the fuck? Shit, I gotta go check over the baby. What's this? I went online. This is gonna be really fucking annoying, huh? I went online and realized I was not alone. There are many people who are going through the same thing as me. It's been the neighbors this whole time. They were the ones speaking in my head. Yeah, they must be some bitches, huh? Go on, get up. Shit. I am being gang stalked. That is the only way way to explain what is happening. Wherever I go, I always hear the voices. So I only know 100% of the neighbors. Uh, I only know 100% of the neighbors have left me behind or are behind all of this. Damn. All right. Am I joking? I have no choice but to fight back. Fight back against what? Your little infant son? Or the neighbors? Yeah, the neighbors make more sense. Let's see what the fuck going on over here. Why are the notes spread around? Henry Venom Shank. He is the ringleader behind all this from upstairs. My life is in danger. He is slowly trying to kill me. Damn, alright. Alright, so we have the name of the gang that's gang stalking him type shit. And trying to kill him, most probably. Alright, Wednesday, Thursday, and finally Friday. I'm gonna go take a teensy weensy bit so I can recover from speaking so much type shit. I'm back. I had sorry about the green. You weirdly missed it. Yeah, well, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? So in today's case, there's a thing called the guest report. I guess you didn't know. Guests have faced major systemic discrimination in the past. This has caused integral trauma against the guest people. Yeah, I'm on the why. When guests are being prosecuted for a crime, judges have to consider the guest report. The purpose of this is to help ensure the sentence is fair, recitative, and culturally appropriate. These are some big ass fucking words. Let's see how you handle this one. Alright, let's see. Arvi nub de gesto. Yeah. Alright, well, it's only 8. Alright, let's see. On January 27, 2010, Nub de Gesto viciously attacked and beat Kai Valkyrie over a 10-minute period on an LRT train in front of numerous passengers. Mr. Valkyrie was placed on life support and died 2 days later. The attack appeared to be unprovoked.
What's happening? Nigga, shut the fuck up, boy.
Circumstances of the offense were summarized at Paris 8 through 10 at the reasons of the sentencing judge reported at RV de Gesto. Kai Valkyrie died on the hospital on Saturday, January 27, 2 days after Mr. de Gesto viciously... Hold on, I can't do that with the fucking blanket on. Shit. I don't give a fuck about the flame. Mr. Valkyrie boarded the train on Bilderman Station. Mr. Gesto was already a passenger on the train. As the train proceeded from Bilderman to Avgate Station, there was a physical altercation between Mr. Gesto and Mr. Valkyrie. The altercation consisted of Mr. Gesto beating on Mr. Valkyrie, who tried unsuccessfully to get away from Mr. Gesto. Witnesses heard Mr. Valkyrie telling Mr. Gesto to stop, to leave him alone, to get away from him, and not to hit him. Mr. Valkyrie words have no effect on Mr. de Gesto. He continued to attack Mr. Valkyrie. Mr. Valkyrie did not fight back. By the time the train reached the Gate station, Mr. Valkyrie was on the floor of the train and Mr. de Gesto was kicking him. All the other passengers on the plane exited at Gate station. As the train continued on the next station, Spawn Point, Mr. de Gesto continued to beat Mr. Valkyrie. Mr. de Gesto exited the train at Spawn Point, leaving Mr. Valkyrie unconscious on the floor of the train car. Mr. de Gesto was arrested as he walked away from the train station. Mr. Valkyrie was taken to the hospital. He did not recover consciousness before he died. Dr. Creek, the medical examiner, testified that Mr. Valkyrie died as a result of blunt cranial trauma, that is, of head injuries. The agreed statement of facts contained this fact. On the morning of January 30th, 2010, a detective told Mr. DeGusto that Mr. Valkyrie was not expected to live. In response, Mr. DeGusto said something to this effect: "It's going to be alright. I know he's going to be okay. He's a tough kid."
Are you serious, my brother?
Before the trial, while on remand, Mr. DeGusto fitness to stand trial. Mr. Gutno's fitness to stand trial was put into issue following a deterioration of his mental state. It was apparent to the treating psychiatrist, Dr. Delana, and the onset of deterioration was caused by Mr. DeGusto's consumption of large quantities of Lassi Cola. Mr. DeGusto was found fit to stand trial. At trial, Mr. DeGusto pled not guilty to murder, but acknowledged that he had attacked Mr. Valkyrie and the attack caused Mr. Valkyrie's death. The only issue at the trial was whether Mr. DeGusto had the necessary intent for murder. Evidence at trial included testimony from the other passengers on the train, testimony from police and EMS who arrived at the scene, and videos from the station platforms and from inside the train car where the attack took place. The Crown tendered evidence of two forensic science psychiatrists, Dr. Stick and Dr. Lana. Mr. DeGusto tendered. What are these silly ass words, bro? Damn. The mix of fucking actual real life English words for use of law school and fucking Roblox lore is so fucking what's the word? Disorienting. Like what the fuck is all this shit? Anyways, tendered expert evidence from a neuropsychologist. Dr. Jake, the jury charge contained a detailed summary of the evidence of each expert. Mr. DeGusto's mother also testified. Dr. Jake was of the opinion that Mr. DeGusto does not have the ability to realize that his actions are likely to cause his death. Dr. Jake was also the opinion that Mr. DeGusto has a mild to moderate but not severe intellectual disability. Portions of Dr. Jake's report were redacted at trial, but the entire report was entered as an exhibit for sentencing. Dr. Jake was exhibit for sentencing. Dr. Jake was the only expert to conduct an in-depth assessment of Mr. DeGusto. Dr. Lana, who met with Mr. DeGusto only once a few weeks before the trial, was of the opinion that Mr. DeGusto has the mental capacity to form the intent required for murder, being the intent to cause death or intent to cause bodily harm that he would know was likely to cause death. Dr. Stick, who never met Mr. DeGusto, experienced his opinion that a person with a mild to moderate intellectual disability could but might not have the mental capacity to form the intent to cause death, and two, most likely than not, would have the mental capacity to form the intent to cause bodily harm that they would know was likely to cause death. The mitigating factors included Mr. DeGusto's intellectual and cognitive impairments and Mr. DeGusto's background, as set out in the pre-sentence report and guest report. Both of Mr. DeGusto's parents experienced the Guest Act. Both stated this has a significant impact on their family life. The guest report included. In reviewing the list of relevant and unethical guest factors, and as revealed within the guest report interviews, we found that Mr. DeGusto, as a guest, has experienced witness and been personally and significantly impacted by the specific guest-related factors of the Guest Act expressed in the location and disposition of guest peoples, including family and histories of violence, family and community histories of violence, psychological predation and victimization, poverty and poor living conditions, discrimination, and the loss of struggle with culture and spiritual identity consequently. Nub DeGusto experienced and continues to experience it's making me sound like a fucking dumbass. I am, but like, damn. It is with a heavy heart I must admit that I did not say that shit correctly. It was actually pronounced intergenerational. It's intergenerational. I just searched it up and fucking smacked the shit out of my own head for not realizing it. interrogate um interrogational effects stemming from his family's shared interrogational impacts of the Guest Act, consequential to witness and experience parental, extended family, and community violence, crime, and poverty, and specifically for Mr. Gesto, early. Shit! Wait, no, no, I'm so, no, no. Ah. Um, yeah, we're just minimum sentence, dangerous incarceration, parole eligible after. Should I do not? Damn. I mean, he did kill someone. I was about to say something cliche. He did kill someone. Let's being intent causer has the mental capacity to form the intent required for being an intent to cause death. Has the mental capacity to form. Yeah, so shit. Life sentence. I mean, he knew that shit was gonna hurt. But he didn't think he'd kill him. So, shit, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm just gonna have to flip a coin on this. Man, fuck it. Yeah, he's guilty. Life sentence. I'll go fuck. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who is all? You've all. Yup. Correct. Oh shit. Well done. I actually didn't think I'd get it correct that time. I'm not gonna lie. Seems like you're a natural. Naturally. I gotta head out. Pick up my daughter. What? Whoa, no. What the fuck has been going on? What the fuck has been going on these past few days? Oh. Wait, is this me? It's. Oh shit. I can't take this anymore. The only way this will end if I protect myself. If I do anything, it is still in defense and to help the greater cause. You can go about it legally, the right way, or you can do the defense way, because the Most High is the judge of all, and He will judge you for your actions. Yeah, man, you go. Shit. You can be justified for certain things if it is according to the law of the Most High. People get murder and self-defense mixed up. Self-defense is justified. If I go to jail, it is for defending myself. They are going to pay. What the fuck is with this aura farmer saying these fucking edgy Shadow the Hedgehog ass quotes in front of the fucking baby, bruh? The baby is not hearing you, young man. Keep that shit to yourself, dog. Or maybe he is. Hopefully he is. Thursday. Hey, good to see ya. On to the next case. This one is kind of sad. Oh, God. There are no names used in this one, only their initials. This is usually done to protect the identity of certain people, especially those who aren't directly involved in the crime, but may be affected by public exposure. Anyways, good luck. RVEZZ. This judgment EZZ was born in 1984. He is the biological son of the deceased PZ, and his PZ is the biological brother of EZZ. SC, the wife of EZZ. TD was the sister-in-law of EZZ. KZ is the son of EZZ. Oh my fuck! This is gonna be so annoying to remember all of this. Holy fuck! Anyways. At the time of the event, EZZ and the deceased resided in separate residences on the same rural property in Lythor. EZZ lived in the main residence on the property with his wife and 5 children. Damn! The deceased lived alone in a small cabin. On May 4th, 2014, EZZ's family hosted a lunchtime family gathering at their home. In attendance were EZZ, SS, EZZ's children, TD, and her children. The plan was to stay outside, enjoy a campfire, and cook hot dogs. There's a lot. Fucking 25, shit. EZZ went into the house to find something to open the packaging on the hot dogs. To open the packaging of the hot dogs. He emerged from the house, approached SC, and grabbed her by the shoulder. He told SC to pack up the kids and go to Uvington, the town where her mother resides. EZZ turned and walked away from SC towards the deceased cabin, which was approximately 100 yards away from the main house. EZZ entered the deceased cabin's EZZ's son, KZ, was in the cabin and was deceased. Dead. I'm just gonna say dead instead of deceased. EZZ was angry and began to yell at the dead. EZZ punched the dead with a closed fist. The force of the punches caused the dead to fall out of the chair and onto the floor. He continued to punch the dead while he was laying on the ground. SZ observed LS riding his bike from the dead's cabin. KZ told SC what was happening. SC ran into the dead's cabin and went inside. EZZ was standing near the deceased, who was lying on the floor. SC screamed at EZZ to leave. EZZ did not leave. So SZ called the police. While SC was on the line with the police, EZZ made a telephone to call his brother. Enes, the accused, left a voicemail message for PZ stating, "I just confronted our family demon that ruined everybody's lives. I need your backup in court for what he did, and now he ruined everybody's lives. I had to save my family, and I don't care about anything else. Call me back when you get this as soon as possible." EZZ continued to yell at the deceased. EZZ told SC to get out the deceased cabin or she would get hurt. SC ran out the cabin and down to her family. The deceased suffered many wounds. The fight? Where the fuck did the other 8 go? The defense notes EZZ voluntarily surrendered to the police shortly after the event and admitted from the outset that he had caused the death of his father. The circumstances of the offense were presented by the way of the agreed statement of facts. The only issue to be determined at the trial was EZZ's ability to appreciate the nature and quality of his actions at the time of the index office. The defense notes that the court found EZZ redacted in response to suppressed memories. While retaliation is not an excuse for the acts, EZZ's trauma provides insight into his disoriented thinking, leading to the commission of the offense. Although there was a motive and the act was not random, there was no premeditation or planning. These findings significantly reduce EZC's degree of moral culpability. Shit! While EZZ did not enter a guilty plea, EZZ admitted the facts of the offense and immediately took responsibility for causing the death of his father. He has demonstrated significant remorse since the offense and continues to suffer from major depression through, though he has been successful with treatment in this regard. EZZ has been in custody since the date of the index offense, May 4th, 2014. He has been cooperative in complaint since his arrest, and there have been no concerns about his conduct while being in custody. EZZ has been medication complaint since his diagnosis and has demonstrated significant progress towards his ultimate rehabilitation. No institutional problems have been reported, and he has been moved to a medium security facility. Though this was a violent offense, EZZ demonstrates its of otherwise good character. He has no criminal record and has a very low risk of reoffending. Shit, alright, So he has mental disorder. The shit he did was caused of trauma. And it don't look like he's gonna do that shit again. So medium sentence might be the way to go. Cause he's still killed. You know? Tears ain't gonna solve a fucking dead person's caved in skull. But he ain't gonna do that shit again. And there was an actual reason behind it type shit. So yeah, I think medium sentence might be the way to go. But he did also kill someone. Oh no. If I get this wrong, it's gonna be 2 out of 3. And 3 is bigger than 2. So let's go. Okay. I think I got it wrong. No, shit. The correct answer was a life sentence with parole ability. 3 times in a row. Oh well, still got one more day. Let's finish strong. Alright. So death is all. There's nothing after death. And every which way. Oh shit, everything is shaking. Gotta go jump up. I am not reading all that shit. Gotta go check up on the baby. I will do anything to protect you. Alright, well at least he cares for the kid. He's gonna kill it to protect it, huh? Already seen this happen. Where? Can I just redo Thursday to pick the right sentence? I don't know. Alright, let's see. Friday. It's Friday! Hooray! Oh man, I'm going to miss ya. Really not. This case is pretty long. I left a lot of things since I know you can handle it. Yeah. Take your time, this is a tricky one. RP Dexter Dominus. Underground part. Oh shit! This gotta be the motherfucker that was protecting the kid. Shit. Let's see how long this is. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, man. Shit, I think I'm gonna have to end it here, man. I'm gonna do this shit tomorrow, cause holy fuck. Damn. Alright, what's good, y'all true freaks? I'm back at it again, going to do Friday, cause apparently this bitch got a, fucking 200 paragraph essay in this bitch. Alright, it's Friday. It's Monday, actually. I'm going to miss you. I know. That's a good spec. That's a good. The case is pretty long. Let's take your time. This is a tricky one. RV Dexter Dominus. Damn! I don't know what this is based on. On November 29, 2021, at approximately 4:25 p.m., Dexter Dominus shot and killed Henry Venom Shank in the underground parking garage of Mr. Venom Shank's residence as Mr. Venom Shank was stepping out of his vehicle. So Venom Shank is supposedly a fucking leader, crime boss, like Diavolo from JoJo. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Much of the evidence in this case was admitted by way of agreed statements of fact. The admitted facts proved the essential elements of offense of beyond a reasonable doubt. It is admitted that Mr. Dominus was a registered firearms owner who obtained firearms beginning in November of 2020. He took one of those firearms on November 29th, 2021 and drove to the residential building where he knew Mr. Venom Shank lived. Mr. Dominus saw Mr. Venom Shank drive into the underground parking. He followed Mr. Venom Shank's car. He drove up to Mr. Venom Shank, shot and killed him. Alright, already after this, these three first paragraphs, the bitch looked like it's going to be fucking life with no chance of parole. All due respect. Mr. Dominus has been assessed by two forensic psychiatrists, both of whom concluded that Mr. Dominus has schizophrenia, a major mental illness characterized in his case predominantly by delusions and hallucinations. He was actively psychotic at that time that he killed Mr. Venom Shank. He experienced paranoid delusions and hallucinations. He believed that Mr. Venom Shank and others were tormenting and attacking him and his family. Oh shit! Dexter is the motherfucker we were playing as in the fucking the fucking red levels. Yeah, red levels, whatever you call them. In this case, the Crown does not dispute the evidence supports the following findings on a balance of probabilities. That Mr. Dominus had a mental disorder, schizophrenia at the time that killed Mr. Venom Shank, and that he was at the time experiencing symptoms of psychotic illness. Mr. Dominus admits that he did not know and was not capable of knowing the society would view his actions as morally wrong. The position of the Crown is that Mr. Dominus has failed to prove on a balance of probabilities that his mental illness rendered him incapable of knowing the moral wrongfulness of his actions. The personal history of Mr. Dominus and the course of his illness was set out in detail in the testimony and reports of the two psychiatric witnesses in the case, Dr. Rudy Groot and Dr. Gus Manak. These gotta be references to something. There's no way these silly ass names were fucking conceived by people. No shit they would be. Mr. Dominus was born and grew up in Graymore. He was 39 years old at the time and 37 years old at the time of the offense. Oh, 39 years old at the time of the offense. He is the youngest of 7 children. His parents separated when he was 12 years old, but both parents remained involved with Mr. Dominus and his siblings. Mr. Dominus completed high school with no serious issues. He briefly attended Adminshire College. Mr. Dominus worked at many jobs after leaving school, including as a bus driver. Why is that relevant? Mr. Dominus had no criminal history record and no history of antisocial conduct before the offense. He has no history of blocky use. Mr. Dominus was raised in a religious home. It's always raining in him. Man, it's gotta be a rainy ass place. Mr. Dominus' father worked in mechanics at the Greenwood Transit Commission. He died in 2009. In 2021, at the time of the offense, Mr. Dominus had legal custody of the 2-year-old son of his niece. Mr. Dominus later moved in with his brother after leaving his apartment at 123 Crossroads Drive, the location of the killing. Mr. Dominus' history at 123 Crossroads Drive. Mr. Dominus lived at 123 Crossroads Drive from June 1st, 2015 until April 1st, 2020. He initially rented his unit with a female co-tenant, but by November 2015, he was the sole tenant of the unit. Mr. Venom Shank and his family moved into 123 Crossroads on December 1st, 2017. They lived in Unit 211, the unit directly above Mr. Dominus' unit. They did not know Mr. Dominus before moving into the building. Mr. Dominus made many complaints to the management building during this tenancy. In the fall of 2018 and winter of 2019, he sent numerous letters and emails complaining that the neighbors were hitting his walls and floors late at night and early in the morning. Making their derogatory comments and spreading rumors about him. In addition to his complaints to the management, Mr. Dominus filed complaints with the landlord and tenant board about harassment and excessive noise. Should I put that on the volume? It's just a tiny bit, so I'm eligible. As if I'm not already. Yeah. In February and June of 2019, Mr. Dominus repeatedly called the police to complain about the people living above his unit. He alleged that they were yelling and screaming through his vents, spreading rumors about him and calling him names. On June 14, 2019, Mr. Dominus called the police and told them that his neighbors were telepathic and communicating through his mind. He said that his neighbors in the unit above were yelling at him constantly through the floors and from the balcony. He reported to police that he was taking medication and that he has been hearing voices in his head. A few days later, on June 17th, 2019, he again called the police to report that there were a lot of demonic things happening. He said that the people in units 121 and 221, the victim's unit, were calling him and saying that they would kill him. He told the police that these people were telepathic. Mr. Dominus's diagnosis and history of psychiatric illness before the offense. Mr. Dominus's only psychiatric admission to the hospital before this offense occurred on June 17, 2019. On that day, he attended the emergency department of the Berry Health Network Crossroads campus. He was admitted from June 17th to June 19th. The hospital records disclosed that Mr. Dominus presented with new onset auditory hallucinations and a robust system of delusions relating to people monitoring him and trying to hack his computer. He has been paranoid about his neighbors and has actually called the police and made complaints to the landlord and tenant board. The records note that the reported telepathic communication, he said that voices of his neighbors commanded him to wake up in the night and that the same people installed a device in his floor and ceiling that lowered his heart rate. Oh my god, damn. The doctor at the hospital believed that Mr. Dominus was experiencing a first episode of psychosis. She prescribed medication and referred him to an outpatient program. Mr. Dominus did not take the medication and did not follow up on any psychiatric care. Mr. Dominus' writings and records. The police investigation after the offense disclosed extensive materials that Mr. Dominus had written and recorded concerning his perceived experiences at 123 Crossroads and his complaints about specific residents of the building, including the victim and his family. Mr. Dominus described being subjected to what he called voice to skull, V2K, directed energy weapons, and gang stalking. Damn. Oh shit. Mr. Dominus in his writings and records described being harassed constantly. He identifies individual residents as responsible for the harassment and specifically blames Mr. Van Shank. He alleges that his harassers erase thoughts from his brain and are messing with his bodily functions. He writes extensively about synthetic telepathy and witchcraft. In the world of Roblox, he might be right for having these delusions. I'm not gonna hold it to you, dog. Because whose fucking idea was it to make witches brew? Anyways, in folder entitled Tolerance of What I Had to Hear and Deal With, dated November 28th, 2021, Mr. Dominus writes that the people in Unit 211 were involved in the harassment. In the same document, Mr. Dominus writes, messing with my heart rate. As they would mention before, it happened. Watch this. And then my heart rate would slow or start beating weirdly. Sick. They have also done this to my nephew who I would hold, and as they said it, his heart rate would also be irregular, to the point I would hear him breathe different while sleeping. My veins would be messed with. They have been messing with my veins on my feet and making it expand, even popped once. My brain veins moving. They have been messing with my brain. While I can physically feel the veins moving in my brain as sifts through to take information from me, they're typically doing this to me while I sleep. Was Venom Shank shot and killed? Because whose idea was it to give this fucking guy a gun? All my people that's schizophrenic with guns, stand up. In his writing entitled War of Worlds, there is a reoccurring theme of vengeance or payback. For example, he writes, I would be confident in killing them, even by hand. I'm not afraid to state the truth. For the amount of disrespect that I have been received lately, this is far gone out of the police's hands. And the only way someone can get comfortable while being tormented is by killing those who are responsible and witness the perpetrators die before your face, just to secure back that privacy. Mr. Dominus also refers to self-defense in his writings and recordings. In World of Worlds, he writes, if I do anything, it is all in defense and to help the greater cause. In his recordings during the moments leading up to the murder, Mr. Dominus records himself for his family that explain that if he goes to jail, it is for defending himself. He also made a recording that described people getting murdered and self-defense mixed up, and asserted that self-defense was justified. He compares his defense against telepathy to the War of the Isle of Virgil. I'm sorry. In one recording, Mr. Dominus discusses the attacks on him through witchcraft and telepathy and his right to defend himself, saying you can go about it legally the right way, or you can go the defense way, regardless which way, because the most high of the... Regardless...
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What?
Regardless which way, because the Most High is the judge of all, and he will judge you for your doings and actions. And if you're justified, hey, you can still make it to heaven. Mr. Dominus's interviews with the asserting psychiatrics. How much is stuff? Like 40 something? Shit. Alright, 44. Mr. Dominus was interviewed before trial by Dr. Groot and Dr. Manak as part of their assessment of his mental state. In the interviews, he described the attacks that he believed were being carried out on him as a voice to skull, V2K, synthetic telepathy, witchcraft, gang stalking, community stalking, and sorcery. He explained that his problems in his view all originated with 123 Crossroads. According to Mr. Dominus, he first experienced hearing voices in 2018, but he described harassment beginning before that year. Mr. Dominus told the psychiatrics that he continued to experience what he described as attacks by telepathy even after he moved out of 123 Crossroads. He continued to experience the attacks and voices after the death of Mr. Venom Shank and his arrest. Mr. Dominus understood the criminal charge against him and his intentions with the psychiatrics. He denied killing Mr. Venom Shank. He told Dr. Groot that his victims of the shooting was part of the voices tormenting him, and that there were now less people involved. He also told Dr. Groot that he felt that he was a target and that his life was in danger. Dr. Groot asked him about passages in his writing that referred to Mr. Venom Shank and being able to stomp him out. He claimed that he had no plan to do this. Although Mr. Dominus denied killing Mr. Venom Shank, Dr. Groot asked him what would happen to him if he killed someone in self-defense. He stated it would be up to the judge or jury what would happen to you, and went on to say that he would put everything on the Lord, to the Lord. That would be an insane sentence, and that he did not view it as wrong. Dr. Manek and Dr. Dominus would be a hard-ass name, hold on. Mr. Dominus about his issues with the residents of 123 Crossroads. Mr. Dominus described being harassed and surveyed. He describes residents doing demonic things. Dr. Manek asked Mr. Dominus about his writings in the War of Worlds that appeared to acknowledge that society might punish him if he defended himself against his enemies. He said, I'm trying to mention in the state of when going through something, a war with someone, you need to protect yourself. Protect your love, protect your life and defend you and your family. Dr. Manic and Mr. Dominus, if there could be moral justification for self-defense that causes others harm, he said, you can be justified for certain things. You are going through if it is according to the law of Most High. At another point, Mr. Dominus said to Dr. Manic, self-defense is not murder. Until you kill. Prior to the trial, Mr. Dominus did not describe to the psychiatrist his thoughts and actions at the time that he killed Mr. Venom Shank. When he testified at trial, Mr. Dominus admitted to killing Mr. Venom Shank and explained his motivation for doing so. Both Dr. Groot and Dr. Manic listened to Mr. Dominus' testimony and re-interviewed him before they testified. Mr. Dominus' testimony. Mr. Dominus testified at length about voices in his head and his belief that they were the voices of residents 123 Crossroads. He spoke of voice to skull and synthetic telepathy and directed energy weapons. He gave lengthy and often unresponsive answers to questions. He returned frequently to the themes of synthetic telepathy and directed energy weapons. Mr. Dominus admitted that he had gone to 123 Crossroads with his gun, intending to shoot Mr. Venom Shank. He described doing so. Mr. Dominus said that he targeted Mr. Venom Shank because he was the only person that Mr. Dominus was 100% sure he was involved in tormenting him. Mr. Dominus repeatedly described an incident when he was walking outside and hearing the voices and saw Mr. Venom Shank and his family on their balcony. The incident convinced that Mr. Venom Shank and his family were involved. Mr. Dominus knew that shooting Mr. Venom Shank would likely kill him. He shot him intending to kill him. He planned the killing by taking his gun to the building and then following Mr. Venom Shank's car when he saw it turning into the driveway and underground parking garage. Mr. Dominus was questioned about the timing of his act in shooting Mr. Venom Shank. The voices had been active for over 2 years, and Mr. Dominus was asked to explain why he chose to take action in November of 2021. Mr. Dominus testified that a new year was coming, and he could not let the attacks on him continue for another year. He said that close in time to the shooting, there was an incident where he was holding his nephew and his nephew stopped breathing. At the same time, the voices said, "Watch this." He said, "I would say the experience got worse in the sense that with my nephew, with the heart situation, most of the stuff was only happening to me. So when I started seeing it, that when he was born 2020 in August, that's when more things happened outside of just so it increased." He was asked if the incident with his nephew happened in 2020, and he said correct. However, at another point, he said that incident with his nephew occurred close in time to the shooting. Only a little bit left, right? It was clear from Mr. Dominus' testimony that he believed that his actions were justified. He described himself as acting in self-defense to protect himself and his family, although he agreed that he was not facing immediate physical threat from Mr. Venom Shank when he shot him. He was cross-examined about his comment to Dr. Manic that around the time of the shooting, Mr. Venom Shank, he did not feel that he was being physically attacked, but only verbally attacked in his mind, and that he would find it justifiable to make videos and expose the telepathy, but would not find it justifiable to retaliate physically. Mr. Dominus explained that he was not forthcoming in his interviews. He lied to the psychiatrist when he denied the killing, and as a result, he did not explain to them his reasons for killing. He said, no, in regards to Dr. Manic and Groot, I never told them that I killed anybody, so that wouldn't be relevant and no point of that. Mr. Dominus agreed that at the time he killed Mr. Venom Shank, he felt angry. He agreed that anger and vengeance were part of his motivation for shooting Mr. Venom Shank. Mr. Dominus was asked if he realized that society thinks what he has done was wrong, and responded, I could care less what society thinks, I'm a man of my own, I'm not looking for friends and no favor. I'm a man of honesty too, and integrity as well. So I know what I could believe and stand firm, and if it was real society that's out there, who's actually the ones going through it, if they going through it, they would agree with me more than anything. Mr. Dominus was taken to his document entitled "Only If I Get Caught" read. Damn, this is a fucking lot. It was put to Mr. Dominus that he wrote the document because he did not believe that society as a whole would understand his actions. He said, not like that in the sense of the society. You know, only with those things within the society who are going through certain things, care for certain things. He was asked if he recognized that society might have an opinion on what he did. He responded, I acknowledge that. Hopefully they can see both sides and see and understand that what another man's going through. And before you paint the picture, read both sides before you paint that picture, and you'll get a better understanding and clarity of what happens. If I'm outside and I'm hearing this story, I'm bringing on my side automatically because, again, I don't know these people. And somebody in society would have the realness to understand, and more than, oh, you killed somebody, but why did I kill him? Why? What were the steps that were taken for me to kill him? I didn't care for society. Society didn't care for me. I'm struggling and going through the pain and suffering of something tormenting me 24/7. The only ones within society I could relate to was those people going through my own people. The Crown asked Mr. Dominus, but at the same time you agreed with me that you recognize that other people might not understand this. Mr. Dominus said, 100%, because they're going to look at you as crazy. They're going to label you just like I went to the hospital psychosis. Mr. Dominus testified that he was a religious man. He believed that it was wrong to kill except in circumstances such as self-defense or war. Alright, so the motherfucker is mentally ill, shot someone, and killed him. Yeah, that's a life sentence. Yeah, my judgment, life sentence. And for the last case of the week. Oh, fuck you, bro. The correct answer was not guilty under account of mental disorder. It's alright. I bet you learned a lot. Oh well, that's it, I guess. That case was super sad, and I don't give a fuck. I feel so bad for the victim's family. It must have been really hard to accept a court decision like that. And the mental battle the accused was going through, it must be horrible to live like that every day. I don't even know how to feel. Who is even in the wrong in that situation? Mental health is such a mystery. The accused stated that he went to the police multiple times. He even went to the hospital and was given medication. Even after all that, he still thought killing Mr. Venomshank was the only solution. Is it society's responsibility to identify threats like him? Why isn't his responsibility to seek help? Heck, he did in fact receive help, except he was not being helped in the way he wanted. People come up with many reasons to hurt others. Why does this reason make them any different? Oh, I'll never understand mental health. I never show any emotion myself, as you probably noticed, huh? Whatever, I'm glad I got to spend this week with you. I hope we meet again. Alright, That was really anticlimactic.
Not hurt at all.
What the fuck?